Happy Thursday. Hi,
Hi,
Heather.
Tracie. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. It's like almost summer and got a little tan
No,
going.
it's summer. It's hot.
Is it? Did we already hit the summer date?
Today, I think,
Oh,
actually.
wow. Okay.
June
Well, happy
23rd is
summer.
the first day of summer, I think.
So do you want to just introduce yourself real quick? And we're going to get right into it because we want to talk about how you can avoid interest rates rising on you if you're buying a home. So, but let's do a quick introduction.
Absolutely. So I'm Heather Jones with eXp Realty here in Corona, California, serving all of the Riverside County area, Inland Empire, and surrounding areas. So I do go out to LA County, Orange County, and San Diego County when needed, but my primary focus is Riverside County.
And you help buyers and sellers.
Buyers and sellers and investors and a little bit of everybody. And I love mixing up my business just to be able to work with all sorts of different people in different situations. So
awesome. I love that. And once again, I'm Tracie Schmidt with the Schmidt team at Supreme Lending, and I'm a direct residential mortgage lender licensed in California, but our region is licensed in 38 states. And I know, Heather, too, like you have contacts throughout the country. If people are looking to buy a home in a different state, if they're moving or relocating, you can find someone within your network, right, that you know or trust and refer them out.
Yeah, I have an amazing network of agents. So if you are looking out of state, don't just go and Google someone, come to me first and let me send you to the right person because I want to make sure
Google.
they're taken care
of. All right, so I want to get into it because I want to talk about this loan program. It's called the Lock and Look. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Have you been?
I've just heard of it from you, my dear.
Okay, good. So it's actually a loan program that Supreme Lending has. And generally when a buyer is looking to purchase a home, they cannot lock in their interest rate until they're in contract, right? So you have to have a property address, you have to have an executed contract. And then once the mortgage lender receives that, they then lock in the interest rate for the borrower. So with the Lock and Look program, it allows you to lock in an interest rate while you're looking for a home. So you can actually lock in for either 60 days or 90 days. If we lock for 60 days, you have 30 days to look for your home and then 30 days to close escrow on your home, right? Which we're closing a lot faster than 30 days. So it kind of gives us a little bit of a pad on that. If after 60 days you don't find a home, and we have one lock extension that we're able to do for an additional 30 days. So, and then if another 30-day passes, then you would lose whatever that rate lock was, and you'd be subject to current market pricing. Okay. If you lock up front for 90 days, so let's say they find a house or they lock today, right? They see this and they call us. So they have 90 days to lock their rate, 45 days to shop for a home, and then 45 days to close escrow on a home. So, and if we look at the average turn times, you know, if I really pre-approve someone and they go to you and you're looking around, escrows were closing. I mean, how quickly finding a house and closing, right?
My last 3 escrows closed in 20 days or less. So, yeah.
So that should give us plenty of time. And really the thing is making sure you're properly pre-qualified, which, you know, is what I would do, obviously, like to make sure when we turn you over to Heather, you're ready. So you take advantage of locking in your rate. And the reason we wanted to talk about this program right now is because, as you know, interest rates just increased. I can't believe it's already happened like last week. And then they're expecting for rates to go up again after the Fed has their next meeting in July. So they're anticipating about 50 basis points. And we don't know exactly what it's going to be because we were anticipating that last time and then it was 75 basis points. So, and it's not direct, like the rates didn't go directly up 0.75% on everything, right? But rates are going up. So we want people to take advantage of the interest rate. If you've been thinking about buying, or let's say you have been working with an agent for a really long time and you're like, okay, I haven't been able to get an offer accepted. You probably have some unique ways, Heather, to help them, right? And then we could lock you in so you actually have some time and some security in what the rates are.
Absolutely. I mean, this program alone is fantastic. And then I always like to, if the buyers are in a position to get fully underwritten, approved ahead of time, I mean, that is just golden for sellers right now. So I can come in and put our very best foot forward, along with some other strategies that
Yes.
save for a future conversation.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think that's a awesome program to be able to do.
It is,
Now,
yeah.
of course, you give 30 days or 45 days to search, and if you find something sooner, then no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
And then now with the 90 days, if you lock,
Yeah.
can you still extend one time for 30 more days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And generally locks are done for 30 days is usually what we originally do when you're in contract. So there's going to definitely be, there's a cost to obviously extend, but it's not a cost that you pay up front. So you're not going to pay anything to go into the product of the lock and look. But what will happen is it's probably about a 1% cost difference in what you would pay for a 30-day lock. Right.
Okay.
But you pay that through your closing costs. And what's happening right now, because the market is shifting, is we're seeing sellers, and this is kind of like guidance we're giving is, hey, don't reduce your sales price, right? But give a credit to the buyer to help offset costs, because if the seller does that, that could get you a longer lock, better interest rate, lower payment. So that's why you have to work with a team that knows how to work on your behalf and negotiate with the seller and figure out what's going to be best for you. I have a buyer closing next week, and I was able to get them a $24,000 seller credit. It covered buying down the rate 2 points. It covered all their taxes and insurance. It covered closing costs, because the credit was exactly what all of those numbers were. And I told the listing agent, like, hey, this is the number. And we got every dollar of every cost for that buyer. And so he's only coming in with his down payment. So there's options like that people may not know about.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like, this is the way to get the deal done. You know, he had to come in with more money, and so in him doing that, we saved him the 24 grand that he was going to have to come in with extra, and it saved the debt ratio, and we made the deal work. So you just have to be creative that way.
That's wonderful. And I want to stress the importance of that. It doesn't always happen like that. But with the right team in place to strategize case by case, I think there's so many different avenues that we can look at to getting a buyer into the home that they want, and making it a win-win. I'm all about a win-win situation for the buyers and the sellers. So
absolutely. And so on the lock and look, if you see Heather, if you see me, if you're wondering about it, just ask either of us, and we'll connect all three of us, or however many there are buying the house, and connect with each other and talk about the product, make sure it's the right fit for you, understanding the house you're looking for, what the inventory looks like. So we'll do that homework with you up front as well. But it's the same process as any other type of mortgage. It's just the benefit of locking in the interest rate before they continue to go up. And people ask, like, well, what if they go down? Right. And it's like, well, I mean, the I wish they went down. I mean,
what's the likelihood of that happening in the next 60 to 90 days?
Exactly.
So just want to be realistic. I don't want to sugarcoat things for our audience. I want to be real, but then also kind of give a little, shed a little hope out there that obviously, you're getting a buyer into contract with a seller credit. I just closed on a buyer who was contingent on selling her home. So things are shifting for buyers.
That would never happen even 30 days ago, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So yes, interest rates have gone up, and I know that creates a lot of fear, but it also is creating a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. And that's a good segue, because I love the part of our call where you do your market update. So let's segue into that, so people kind of understand too those percentages and how it's changed.
Absolutely. So as of today, we are in the third week of June here.
Already,
we have 277 active homes or coming soon here in the city of Corona.
Wow.
That's all zip codes of Corona, and that includes, I always like to look at single family homes, condos, and townhomes.
Okay.
52 of those are priced under $670,000.
Okay.
And I always like to look at that for our buyers with less down payment.
Yep.
To stay within the Riverside County loan limits.
That's great.
We have really quickly, we have 182 homes in the city in escrow right now. Okay. And we closed on 178 homes in the last 30 days. So
Wow.
the percentages that I like to look at, which are changing week to week,
Yeah.
39 homes in the last 30 days closed under asking.
Okay.
So that equates to 22%.
And that
So
did that go up from the last week?
that went up, yeah, to 2.5% from last
Okay.
week. So doesn't mean that there's a huge significant drop.
Mhm.
It just means that prices are starting to come down and stabilize.
I would
Now,
say
of the
even like normalize, right?
normalize, yes, that's a great word.
Because
So
we weren't normal for the last like 2 years.
no, and then I also noticed this last week we've had 84 price decreases, which
Wow.
is equivalent to 30% of homes that are active for sale on the market have
Okay.
had price reductions.
Okay.
Um,
Are we finding that
over-
houses are sitting a little bit longer? There's not, like for a seller's perspective, because I think the good news
Yes.
for a buyer is that you're going to start to see some inventory. You could be a little bit pickier about the house that you're getting. For sellers, it's obviously, not that positive, but we gave them the last 2 years.
So yeah, compared to,
Yeah.
earlier this year or last year, they are starting to sit a little bit longer. I think
Mhm.
I've seen, on average, anywhere from 10 to 12 days.
Okay.
Now that's average. Some homes are sitting for 30 days and some
Yeah.
homes are still selling within 8 days or
Really
less.
quickly.
Really is all case by case.
Yeah.
But the good news here is that I feel like with the increase in interest rates and the price reductions and the amount of homes selling under asking, there's less competition out there for buyers right now.
There is. Yeah.
So if people are serious about buying, I feel like now is an excellent time to try to get in, utilize this lock and look program. You have a minimum of 30 days, and with the minimal competition that you have out there, I'm confident that we can kind of get something.
Yeah. Let's try it. I can't wait to get the first lucky buyer. And so we could just talk about the success of it.
Absolutely.
Well, it's awesome. As always, I love talking to you each week, and enjoy your upcoming weekend. What are you doing for the 4th of July? Anything fun?
Oh, 4th of July. We have a couple of weeks for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, soon. I mean, next week, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, so we usually go and spend the day actually on my parents' boat in Long Beach in Spinnaker Bay.
Cool. That's
so
awesome.
We'll be local.
Good. I have family coming out from New York and from Florida, and all my sisters will be together, the 4 of us and my dad, which doesn't get to happen very often. So I'm super excited about that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tracie. Good to see you. As always. Have a little visitor here.
Say hi to your son right there.
Say hi.
Wave, say goodbye. Bye.